March 28, 2019, issue 960 of the Omega Communications. This is Lani speaking to you, and again, I gather you in with me. In your body of light, awareness, that state of consciousness that you are, to enter into that higher dimensional pattern of light, energy and information, and this comes through the station of light, out of our visible sight, but existing in the energy sphere around planet Earth. So we begin as usual by relaxing the body, perhaps closing your eyes and really knowing the feeling, the sensation of gathering into a higher energy space. Already you will be remembering bits and pieces of energy and information you've received in this space. You may even be going directly to the energy device or whatever you created in this initial receiving space for you to connect in again with everything that you received in this level of existence, or this space of existence might be the truer word. So here we begin this session. Relax, open your awareness, increase your visual and senses in every direction. Greetings to you, dear one. I am known as Ulea, and I am initially greeting you here in this space, welcoming you, helping you to raise your vibration even to a much faster frequency, a much higher wave pattern than you normally function at. And in this way you are more readily able to absorb the frequency patterns here delivered by different groups of people. In this space already, you will be aware that you are being drawn into the communication area around a Council of Light here. And these beings are discerning the patterns that are appropriate for you to understand, and some of those patterns are appropriate now for you to clear yourselves of them. And some of the patterns which they observe around you are also indicating that you are ready to align yourself in a much more powerful connection to the frequency pattern that you in your highest light form chose to bring into the earth plane at this current phase of existence, the evolutionary cycle and the pattern in which you are encompassed. And that pattern, in its ultimate frequency pattern, comes through the solar portal. So the Council of Light are indicating this to you. They are working with many of the memory patterns which exist in your entire consciousness energy field. They surface at the appropriate connection times, and the connection times are when there are dimensional patterns, there are nodes that are drawn together, and this relates to the working in conjunction with the torsion fields existing in and throughout creation. with all that is manifested in the way that you understand manifestation could be physically felt and experienced. Manifestation can also be sensed in your own individual patterns of recognition of what that is. You will understand that everything which you are seeking to find is not generally going to be delivered to the entire population at one time. What you receive and what you are requesting more information to be given to you relates to your positioning and your viewpoint and your understanding of your presence in the existence which you have chosen to be in. All of this is understood and observed through the Council of Light, who really are surrounding you. And you are observed as energy patterns. And in the center of the energy pattern is the pure consciousness that is you. This state is absorbing the deliverance of the Council of Light energy field to you. The ongoing work is helping you to step further into the different elements available to you as a result of expansion of consciousness into that field, described at times to you as the edge of your consciousness field. And beyond that, there is already the resonating effect to the pure aspect of you, to the next experience and the next inflow of concepts and energy to you. Therefore, this has little to do with the analytical pattern of what you observe around you, what can be discussed as possible situations. The possible situations exist in multi-layers of dimensional shifts. So we say possible because the potential may be there for certain events to happen. And when you focus on the potential that you align yourself with, as you identify yourself as the true essence, then your reality will be different to what other beings are receiving. Momentarily, you may be experiencing the pattern coming to you from these beings, filling that space known as your heart center, receiving in multifacets of your energy field here. When you sense your presence in this state, it is more the true self of you which you are sensing as energy form. And in the center of the energy form, there is the nucleus. We use the word nucleus because you will understand that as a powerful central aspect. The central core essence of you. It's moving, it is changing, and every time you immerse yourself in the field of energy through the solar portal, you are in one sense, recharging this central core essence of you, as if you were recharging a battery. You are recharging yourself with the clarity, and this helps dissolve certain mental constructs that exist around the Earth planet system. You are able to move through that as you recharge yourself with the elements flowing through the solar portal. It's very simple in this explanation. You would also understand that the many beings who are presently existing within the station of light also go through this process to recharge and to release what has been accumulated in the sense of data experience accumulated. Looking at that from your perspective in your daily activities and your physicality, you are exposed to a lot of data, of information and experience, and that needs to be analysed, sorted through, and this process can happen in your sleeping state. And when you go very deeply through the different states of consciousness, leaving aside the actual consciousness that shapes the physicality, and it can be analysed and sorted, and what is not relevant any longer is able to be released, and in that process then you recharge yourself with the pure essence. So you begin several times a day a new process, a new system becomes available to you every time you attune yourself to the flows through the solar portal and you reconnect into that element. There may be experiences which modify your attunement, and in the restoration and the reconnection to this energy, you are restored, you are balanced, you are in connection and resonating with the influences through the patterns, through the Starfield matrix. That Starfield matrix are likened to the energy nodes as part of your own individual matrix of energy. I am explaining this to you in slightly different terms from that which has been delivered to you previously. And you will be experiencing this as it is given to you again in this way. You are resting within this energetic environment and connections. Infusing you as the various nodes connect together. In this state where you are experiencing yourself as energy, we shift your perception to observe yourself observing the planet, and in particular various bodies of water. The element of water in particular is receiving attention and focus. Are you experiencing this? Are you experiencing that the energy coming through you is flowing into all of the water where your attention is drawn to it? And in response, the energy surrounds you, enhancing you in that which we speak of as the element of water. Withdrawing from that, you'll be aware you are coming back to focus within the chamber, within the surrounding field of the Council of Light. They do include and have access to all of your experiences and all of the chapters of your experience as different forms of different beings. You are an accumulator of energy and information. And what has happened in this session is many of the accumulations which had been impacting on your energy field have been cleared from you. This was something I was enabled to bring you to experience. You will be sensing now that you are back in the receiving area of the station of light. We have shared this light, this joyful experience in this time. And you will remember this. It is part of your essence received. I share all of this joy and beauty with you. Ulea out. Ulea, I thank you for this and the Council of Light. This is Lani again speaking to you. I do trust you felt the depth of that. I'm also aware that you may have been experiencing something different to what was being described, simply because when you are present in that energy connection with those higher beings, you may be taken to a more precise location or happening. It is simply who you are and what is appropriate for you. I often question the validity of these energy sessions. And when I experience the energy shifting in me, that is confirmation to me that that is all that is required. It's not required to necessarily be caught up in what other people perceive as their reality and the only reality. So many of us are called into this state so that we hold a clear field of energy coming through the solar portal without any imposition of directives or false memories or false information. That's how I feel about it. So now it's time for you to consciously reconnect with your physical aspect on Earth, your physical body. Feel that you are filled with more light, a more clearer pattern for all of the functions of you, mental, emotional, physical, energy in every way. So take in a breath and open your eyes and feel that you are firmly connected back into your earth body in the current time and day as it's measured here. Thanks for connecting in with the Omega Communications, omegacommunications.co.nz, and the painting of Ulea was done by my friend Karen Ellsworth, extradimensionalart.com. Thank you. Enjoy your life.